Good evening and welcome to the New Game Plus edition of the Otaku Clubhouse podcast. 2020 is supposed to be over, but as you can see, it has only just begun. My friends, Akuma Soul and Bancho Gato, we are ready to face this new adventure. But will you be able to face the true final boss of 2020?
What's the true final boss of 2020?
Advertising. Games that you are never going to play, games that you never heard of, making you absolutely see that their very existence.
So, same shit as every year?
So,
yes, but this time it's better.
So I'm guessing then you guys want to just jump right into the BS that's currently going on in the world.
I mean, I suppose. By the way, welcome back.
I say the
welcome back, Kaiser.
Yeah.
Alright, if this is...
I never left.
Okay.
He was always here in spirit.
Let's just say I got eyes and ears everywhere. And I know when y'all think I ain't watching. Y'all slip up.
You do know we record these, right? So the fact that you can hear us talking about you in the recording isn't any type of grand feat.
What is this ancient technology? Whoa, I can hear voice. Whoa, but voice not here?
I said earlier that we were going to talk about the bullshit in the world, but let's just talk. It's closer to the bullshit on Twitter, because Twitter isn't actually the world. Twitter is a weird, disgusting amalgamation of stupidity and consciousness.
It's a microcosm of autism.
It's a microcosm of the worst type of people in the world. So you guys should make sure to follow us on Twitter. Anyway.
Make me sick.
There is a game called Sense, a Cyberpunk Story coming to Switch, and the developers claim that they are not going to censor the game after a bunch of social media outrage. I don't know about you two. I didn't know anything about this fucking game until this.
Yeah. Literally. Oh shit, cut that out. Corona got me. Literally. The only thing we knew about this game, or really the only thing anybody knew about this game, was the cover art, which features some attractive fictional characters, let's just say, and
got some big ass titty.
Their standout features are those honkin' heckin' big ol' honkers, bro.
What? Anyway, it seems to be some type of visual novel, no?
It's like a horror game, from what I understand. It might have visual novel aspects, but it's a horror game. But
the horror of
being scared of fucking massive titties. Oh, no!
Oh, no. I mean, to be fair, like, the idea of, like, gigantic boobs chasing you around, that would be pretty scary. Like, just gigantic... gigantic, separate boobs that aren't connected to anything or anybody.
High pressurized milk cannons, just cutting your body parts off.
But yeah, apparently there's just a lot of people who are really upset by this. I don't even like the thing for it is too long to even fucking read the official statement for it. But it's just a lot of people on Twitter, as usual, getting upset at some devs who are making a game of some fictional characters who just are made to be typically attractive. And, you know, whenever anything like this happens, it becomes some kind of fucking weird culture war between, like, the SJWs and the, I don't even know.
The base boys.
Normal fucking people?
Normal people don't care. That's the thing.
Yeah, like, it's literally like, if this game would have came out, nobody would have... If the game would have came out and nobody talked about this, nobody would have cared.
Right.
Like, it would have just been another game. Now they're getting free publicity.
Yeah, it's gonna be I think it's going to be massively more successful than it would have been if they would
absolutely
just let it be. And plus,
it's
the
just like
developers
with
are like, they must have had like a New Year's resolution and not take bullshit because they're just like, no, fuck you. We're releasing a game. If you don't like it, it's an M-rated game. Turn on your parental settings on your Switch, retard.
it's the same thing as Galgun Returns being removed from Xbox.
Yeah.
Like, nobody would have, like, the game wouldn't have made any big difference, but people are going to buy the game because of spite. Yeah. It's like, people need to realize how powerful of a marketing thing spite is in the current economy. There are so many people who will go out of their way just to buy or support something just because they're like, fuck those other group of people.
Fuck those
how dare they? How dare you find something strange or out of left field or something, and then people just fucking buy it.
They do. These people who are complaining are mentally ill, bro. Like, actually mentally ill. If you think in any type of way, I saw one of the posts said, what is it? It was like, why would you put this in a game? This leads to real sexual violence. Bro, maybe you shouldn't be playing video games. If you think that something like that can lead to sexual violence, bro, you play Mortal Kombat, is that going to lead you to run out and fucking, not even playing Mortal Kombat. You see somebody playing like Liu Kang, not even like hitting nobody. You see Liu Kang like, oh, bro, I'm going to go fucking rip off niggas' heads, bro. I'm gonna rip off niggas' spines and shit, bro. That's so stupid, bro. We've already
established this in American media consumption. Sex is different and worse and more violent than violence. So,
this is something that's always been a huge problem with the older generation. I don't get where people get this weird idea that entertainment is directly the cause of these violent atrocities and whatnot.
Oh, it's not just the older generation.
It's not that.
I see a lot of Zoomers
you gotta remember,
around.
the generation that, like, we were, like, shitting on, like, the niggas who's like, oh, violent video games cause you to be a murdering psychopath and shit. It translated down to these little new Zoomer niggas.
Are doing it. And you know what? God damn, where's my water? Cut this out. But the thing is, like, it's just, like, a lack of education or, like, miseducation,
Well, no, I think it's 100% miseducation because people still go back to the fucking Columbine stuff and they're like, oh, well, these kids grew up playing violent video games and whatever else, and it's like, no. These kids grew up listening to fucking, like, Charles Manson tapes and shit.
Yeah.
Like, that's the reason that they ended up this way, and they were nobody fucking listened to them when they had cries of help and shit. It's like, that's the reason. It has nothing to do with, oh, this kid listens to devil music and plays Mortal Kombat and watches The Punisher. He's going to be a fucking serial killer. No, he might be a fucking edgelord, but the worst he's going to do is probably try to get into a martial arts class so he can fight the kid at school, if he's lucky.
If you honestly, truly have this hypothesis that seeing something represented in fiction creates a ripple effect that affects reality, whereas the person, like, let's say in this case, like, a young man sees, these probably, like, most likely unattainable body types in video games, and then they expect to see that in reality, and the lack of, and they start objectifying women or whatever. Okay, you can have that hypothesis, but you gotta, prove it. you gotta, like, actually do research. Have some kind of study, to run experiments. Like, every single person who's, like, tried to tie media consumption to real life action has come to the same conclusion that there's nothing there. It's not substantiated. And the fact that people keep repeating it, like the boomers repeated it, Gen X repeated it, our generations, millennials repeated it, and now the fucking little kids who shouldn't even be on Tumblr, who shouldn't even be on Twitter, are saying the same shit. It's just like, why the fuck do these ideas keep getting propagated?
Right now, I think with the younger people, it's 100% cloud chasing. They can say it and it'll make them feel good, and they fucking get the little social media likes from their little Twitter friends and Instagram followers, and they I don't think they really care. I really don't. I think you have people who they might have something going on in their own head a lot of the times when they try to tell you that you can't make these games or you can't enjoy these games, instead of just not playing it themselves or not playing it themselves, or like not even trying to like make this a game themselves to show what they think a game should be. They can only try to tear down other people's creations. If it was up to these niggas, we would have the most boring fucking games of all time, bro. I don't understand it. I really do not get this. I can't stand Last of Us 2. Can't stand Last of Us 1. I know some niggas in here like these games. I don't. I think they're corny. Lame, bro. You won't catch me sitting here complaining on Twitter about these garbage ass games, bro. I think they're lame. I don't think they shouldn't exist. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand why these niggas think you shouldn't be able to play the game because they're offended by it. That makes no sense to me.
Yeah, and to use like a little transition spot right here, these people will go after fiction, but very rarely do they go after somebody like, say, and I know we don't like talking about this person, so let's make it short. Belle Delphine, who also, she goes off that whole imagery of like anime or whatever, this whole fucking fake shit. But you know what? She's making $1 million a month on her fucking OnlyFans, and these people have nothing to say about that. There you go. There's your fucking target, a real life, woman who's like objectifying herself, right? Oh, is it okay? Oh, she has agency, so it's okay. No, it's the same shit, right? She's giving young men, false expectations, right? Am I wrong?
Well, here's the one thing, right? The more I think about this, like, I'll say this, right? I think the idea of a person deciding to do what they want to do with their body is totally fine. I think if you want to fucking go out of your way and fucking flash your titties or show your dick or fucking whatever else, go right the fuck ahead. Because if you're doing it over there and it has nothing to do with me, I don't care. That's not my business.
Yeah, I actually agree with that. Even though personally, I wouldn't want to be involved with people who do that.
Right, and here's the thing. It hit me recently, and it hit me recently because there is a member. I'm not going to go out of my way to say who it is, but a member of Rooster Teeth who recently announced that she is opening an OnlyFans. And my first thought was, wow. But then she was like, oh, I want to do modeling and stuff. And I was like, you want to do that on OnlyFans? What kind of modeling? You can't say OnlyFans anymore. Or a person can't say that they're opening an OnlyFans anymore and it not be considered. Exactly. It's like you can't say, like, I don't know, I can't even think of an example offhand, but you can't say that you're joining OnlyFans and for it not to be considered that you're going to be showing nudes and lewds and stuff like that, at the very least, because who the fuck goes on the OnlyFans and doesn't at least think about that kind of stuff?
Why would they pay you money just to see stuff that you could be putting on Instagram?
Exactly. Like, then it just becomes fucking, like, kind of looks kind of scummy, you know?
I don't know. That happened, like, last year with, what is her name? Bella Thorne or something?
Oh, yeah.
And she was, like, scamming people, and as a result, OnlyFans had to crack down on a lot of creators.
Yeah, their return policy.
Yeah. So...
because they ended up getting charged back, like, roughly $1 million or some weird shit like that.
Yeah. Jesus.
And I'll just say this, it's like, come on, y'all. Really? Bella Thorne jumps on there and y'all losing your minds. Come on, get help.
Well, but she's famous. She's internet famous, so I gotta see her coochie.
I'm not gonna get into it. I've said this before, but the idea of it's kind of like when you get like fucking. Oh God, I'm gonna sound like such a fucking asshole for this, but fuck it. It's like the idea of somebody sending you sexy pictures, right? It's like somebody sends you a sexy picture and you're like, so? Like I can get this shit online. Like, why are you sending me sexy pictures? I can get this shit online.
I'm relatable, bro. I can't relate.
I legitimately, like... I'm not gonna say that.
This man just demon faces whenever a bitch sends him some shit.
No, I'm just saying, like, if you were receiving, like, sexy pictures and stuff like that, it's like, I would get it and I'd be like, yeah, cool, whatever. Because it's like, fucking, I can get this shit online and it's usually by people who are fucking better at it.
Uh-oh.
I think this is very different. I think it's very different if you get like a personal pic from, female
somebody you know
that you've been talking to, you know what I'm saying? But if it's like just some broad that you've been like loosely following on like Instagram or like Twitter, like, bro, come on. Why are you paying Belle Delphine, bro? She's not even fine. That's the thing, bro. She making millions off of what? That shit make no sense. I seen Instagram modelers who look way better than this broad. Oh. They ain't getting paid $1 million fucking dollars a month, bro.
Instagram.
Yeah, dude. Like, legitimately, Instagram will make you a lot of money and you don't even realize.
I'm talking about like the ones who are not like mega popular though.
You don't even have to be mega popular on Instagram because Instagram now has a thing that they refer to, I think, as micro. I think they call them like micro influencers.
Yeah, I hate influencer.
Where companies will go out of their way to get with people who have just a couple thousand followers instead of like the big ones, because they like, the big ones we got to pay a lot of money. So if we get like smaller ones, we can help grow their clout and we can get our claws in them for later.
So it's like a two-pronged thing, because the thing is like smaller influencers typically have a fan base or a group of followers who trust them more. So, so they start selling you those fucking weight loss tea that just makes you shit yourself uncontrollably, and then you know, I don't want to get into it. We're Otaku, we're Otaku channel, okay?
All right, yeah. Let's not sit around and talk about real people. Real people suck. I like fake people. Let's talk about some fake stuff.
Okay. Broly.
That's too real. That's too real.
Kaiser, you want to handle this? It's like a quick story.
Man, I open up Dragon Ball Legends. I don't play this trash very often. You know, I just log in, see what the characters they got. You know what I'm saying? See if I'm getting my little fake rewards. I play, my favorite character is Broly, the legendary Super Saiyan. I'm going into a little mission with him. And I just hear the worst fucking Broly impression of all time. I'm like, bro, what is going on here? This man sound like goddamn Devil Doom from Shadow the Hedgehog, I'm like, what is this? I was like, hold on, is that Johnny Young Bosch? I thought he only voiced Super Broly. What is this? Turns out they recasted Dragon Ball Z Broly with Johnny Young Bosch, and he sounds absolutely terrible. Completely ruins the character. He does not sound like Broly. He does not sound like how he's supposed to sound. He does not sound like a bloodthirsty, ruthless character. He sounds like a bitch. Absolutely disgusting. Funimation, bro, y'all cut, bro. Toei gotta take the right back from y'all.
It's cold. I can't sing that.
This was something that was expected to be happening. I didn't think that they would retroactively start removing him.
Of course they will. They want to fucking assert their dominance over every facet of his existence, and don't be surprised if like Full Metal Alchemist stuff comes out and it's
my god, they can't. They absolutely can't.
They can
because
they absolutely can.
Are they going to get somebody?
Well, hold on. Funimation, do they own the rights for Full Metal Alchemist?
Bro, Funimation has like
maybe
over 50% of the dubbing rights and the licensing rights, more importantly, in North America. So, we let Funimation get too big. We, like the three of us, we could have stopped them.
Yes, well, you did give up on that voice acting job that you wanted a couple years ago, Gato, so it's like you're the only one to blame for this. Don't you remember when you were going to play Edward Elric?
Oh, yeah, I can totally relate to that character.
Basically you.
Who you calling a shorty?
Anyway, Funimation has just been on a steady fucking bitch-ashery streak for like the last 5 years, and it doesn't look like it's gonna stop anytime soon. I am officially a sub fan now, bro. I was avoiding it for so long.
Bro, yeah.
But now, this latest thing, Broly, you can't do that. That's my favorite character, bro. You can't make him sound like an absolute punk-ass bitch. Disgusting.
I will say, like, unironically,
embarrassing.
Ever since Super started, like, I have started preferring the original Japanese to the funny dub. Especially for the more modern stuff where you can tell they're just phoning it in. Like the classic will always still be there, the original Funimation dub up to the Boo Saga. But stuff past that is just like in the games and stuff, they're just phoning it in. They're not trying to put any real emotion into it. This nigga, what's his name? Who's the Goku voice? I forget.
Sean Schemmel.
Yeah, Sean Schemmel. He's not passing out in the recording booth anymore. No soul. But, Grandma Goku, she's always like, why did I? Go Vegeta! I can get into that. Like, I will still maintain the idea that, having a child voice for an adult doesn't work, but for Goku, I'll make an exception. Waku waku!
I won't make an exception for that, but I can enjoy the sub.
It's absolutely the worst on Krillin and Gohan.
I don't have to worry about characters getting replaced for bullshit reasons. I don't have to worry about like characters getting the worst voice of all time.
Oh well, the thing is when they do get replaced, like Tien, Bulma, King Kai. They're understudies. See, that's the thing they have in Japan. They actually have like understudies who like can sound very similar. So that's
well. You're also forgetting the fact that the voice acting industry in America is very
circle jerky.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because anybody who's trying to break in basically now has to break in from fucking
YouTube or
the old days of fucking Newgrounds or some shit like. I don't know, like, cause who's the last big voice actress I can think of that started on the internet is
Rena Jan.
Yeah.
Ronka-chan.
I forget her real name.
It's Kira Buckland.
Yeah, she's like the last big one to really make it off the internet.
And I guess Pro CD. Yeah, Pro CD is getting real voices now.
Yeah, Pro CD too.
Yeah. But yeah.
I don't know. I am kind of. I'm not a big fan. I'm not like a huge fan of Broly, but I do think that the idea that they're slowly trying to erase. Number one, you're not going to be able to. You're never going to be able to do it.
Yeah.
Like absolutely never. It's impossible. But the fact that they're trying to.
I think that you could definitely find someone who has a comparable voice, or at least a voice that fits the character. It's people who've done like fan shit, like Team 4 Star. As much as I don't like them, they had a decent Broly in there. A more comical Broly like SSJ9K. I'm not even name dropping. It's just people who I've heard do like Broly voices. They sound better than Johnny Young. But Johnny, it doesn't work. It does not work. He does not have that menacing, that oh shit, this nigga's really about to go in and kill me voice. He doesn't have it. It does not work with him. It's a complete miscast.
Yeah. Let's move on to some less contentious things, maybe.
Yes.
Let's see. How about some Kamen Rider stuff? We'll talk about some tokusatsu stuff that's going on in the world right now.
All right, yeah. So I found this list last year. Gonna keep making jokes like that. I found this list that is showing, like, starting from Kuga, like the total merchandise earnings from Kamen Rider series, and you can see here mostly in the last couple of series, there's been like surprisingly a lot of merchandise sales. I guess, all that complaint about fucking Kamen Rider Saber with all his too many toys, it's working out for Toei. So
I was surprised looking at this because I was like, what's the lowest one that they have on, like, just among the Kamen Riders' total yearly earnings? And it is Blade. No, is it Blade or is that Hibiki?
Yeah,
Blade.
Can you read?
What is Blade?
No, wait.
No, it's actually Kabuto.
Bro, it's
Kabuto.
Huh?
It's Kabuto.
Which is...
Bro, no, it's not. Y'all tripping.
What is it?
What?
It's fucking Hibiki, bro.
Hibiki.
What are you talking about?
Hibiki.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all niggas
6'5".
are blind.
I was looking and I was trying to, like,
I saw
it
the
with
6 as an 8.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah,
first of all,
it's Hibiki, which
is like...
I can understand. That's considered like the worst, isn't it?
Kabuto being that low is kind of like, what? It had great designs. It had great toys. Like, I seen some of the DX belts that people managed to keep in quality up to this day. And it's like, yeah, these look like fun-ass toys. I wonder why they didn't sell.
Well, it's probably because it came right after
the
Hibiki.
DMC3 effect?
Selling. Yeah.
It looks like it started to really rebound around Den-O.
Yeah. Surprisingly, series that we consider like flops, like 01 and even Ghost to some extent, still outdid all of the first Heisei, the true Heisei before that.
Well, hold on. Does this account for inflation?
What do you mean?
Well, yeah, it's gonna be different from like 20 years ago
do you
as
really
opposed
think
to.
the yen in the year 2000 was that much stronger than the yen in the year 2020?
Well, I'm not an economist, so I just wanted to
bro,
at that point. Maybe
it's
maybe I'm
not
trying to
accounting
cope.
for inflation, but that doesn't matter much within this time period.
Maybe
You also have
I'm
to-
just trying to cope because my favorite series is getting outsold by dog shit like Ghost and
Kuga doing
fucking.
that
Well, there's a very simple explanation for that. The explanation for it is, number one, these older series, they're probably much more difficult to keep track of. As you can see, they don't have, like, quarterly earnings for all
they only
those.
have the yearly earnings.
Yeah, and then also the fact that around the time of decade, you could assume that there were, the internet got better, and people were able to buy things internationally as well.
Yeah, and the other thing about Kuga is you gotta remember that Kuga was like the revival of Kamen Rider, and the last one before that was like the movies. Like, you really think people are gonna buy Kamen Rider shit after they see Shin in theaters and get scared out of their lives?
Just buy a mask and come home to see their son. We could chase him around the house like that one zombie video.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm surprised. Like, I'm surprised that some of them did as well as they did. ZO, I guess that makes some sense considering the fact that
Super
at the time it
Anniversary,
was
the
on.
final Heisei Rider. It makes plenty of sense.
That makes sense. Ghost doing better than
this-
Drive surprises me.
Kamen Rider kind of sucks now, bro.
No, it doesn't. Moving on.
Yes, it does.
Moving on.
It's kind of fuck that. Bro.
No, it doesn't
Kamen Rider
suck.
kinda lame.
You just got shit taste.
It's kind of lame, bro.
What are you okay, look.
01.
Fucking Build, good. You didn't watch it. XA, good. You watched it. fucking...
X-A was good, but that came out like 4 years ago.
No, it didn't. It came out like 3 years ago. Well, not including 2021.
Got him.
But no.
Anyway.
Fucking Kamen Rider's been good. Like, ZO,
It's
a lot of
been
people
alright.
consider good. 01 was good until it hit the midway point. And that's probably just circumstance, like Corona and stuff, and, you know, last minute changes.
It was good until Thouser joined the show.
Pretty much.
Thouser was a fucking jobber, man.
Never seen a fucking
9-5.
more overly exposed villain tarnish what could have been an interesting character and cool design.
I mean, retroactively Shadow Moan, but...
Alright.
Let's move on to the next bit of Tokusatsu news then.
Yeah, since we're talking about riders, let's talk about what's basically a rider. Kikai Sentai Zentaiger.
The
Finally,
45th anniversary of Super Sentai series, where they're taking some liberties with this one.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's gonna be stuff, like, that everyone has seen about this. And I'm assuming it's gonna be on the thumbnail as well, but the guy, the main... I don't even know what to call it. It's like the Sentai team for this?
The main ranger, I guess we'll just call him.
Yeah, so it's going to be one ranger and 4 Zords?
Yeah,
sort of?
Yeah, sort of. Like, they transform into Megazords, but normally they're like humanoid-sized robots who are like based on previous Megazords. Like the one from Mighty Morphin and... you know,
Zentai Gaon, Gao Ranger, Zenkai Zuan, Zu Ranger, Zenkaiser, Go Ranger, which is the main ranger, Zenkai Magin, as in Magi Ranger, and Zenkai Vroom, as in Vulcan Ranger.
Yeah. I really hope they get, like, human faces. I mean, I know you can go without them, like, for example, in Q Ranger, but then again, it had an equal number of, like, robots and furries and humanoids, so...
Yeah, but yeah, they definitely... Like, if you were to look at a Q Ranger, you could always find, like, a human face. But this is already, like... Number one, the design for this Ranger, the Zenkaiser, he looks like a Kamen Rider.
Yeah, it's very unusual, and it's because, like, he's a reference like a mixture. To Big One and to Aka Red, I should say.
Well, hold on. Is Aka Red different from Aka Ranger?
Yes, Aka Red is
they different characters?
35th anniversary character who is just like the embodiment of all Red Rangers. And he also made an appearance in Go Kiger as like a important character to Marvelous's backstory.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a bit worried. The last 2 Sentai series have, like, been pretty good. And admittedly, I might be... Well, I'm saying the last 2, like the one that's running is currently over. The current one,
Kira Major and then Ryu Soger, have been really good. But the one that came immediately before those, say less.
Yes, I will. But it just about killed. It just about killed fucking Sentai, which is
and that's actually
astounding.
True. That's actually true. Like, merch sales, fucking views, all of that. Fucking Lupin Pat, critical reception. Lupin Pat was just like, and I feel so bad for those actors, but yeah, fucking garbage.
But yeah, I am willing at least to give it a chance. I'm not gonna immediately be like, oh, they're changing something, but, you know, it's like, wow, this is a pretty drastic change. But, you know, 45 years, it's like, you know, fair if you want to fucking try to change up the formula a little bit.
Okay, the next bit of... Oh yeah, Kamen Rider will be experiencing its 50th anniversary this year, so look forward to that. Who knows what the next series is going to be.
Yeah, have they... Well, it's still really early in Saber to announce anything like that.
Yeah.
Then there's Garo. First series is going to be put up on YouTube in English, so whoever hasn't checked that out, check that shit out. Garo's fucking great.
So, also, in case you didn't know, Garo was it's like co-created by costume designer from Kamen Rider and also like stunt coordinator from there. And that's why it's, for a new series, or at the time for like a new franchise, it was very good. Very good adult. It's a tokusatsu made for adults, and later Toei would like copy that by making like Akiba Ranger.
Yeah, so if you're like actually one of those, if you're one of those people who are really worried about like it feels too childish, check out Garo. Garo's pretty fucking dark.
Yes, sir.
I would like to bring up a story about a certain somebody in here. I don't want to put him on blast, but he alleges that me and Felix didn't tell him about how good Garo was, and he was a little perturbed that he didn't know about it sooner, even though me and Felix would always talk about how good Garo is, how good the fights were, how it was different from Kamen Rider and Super Sentai. But I'm not saying no names. I don't want to put him on blast.
It did take, you and me a while to put everybody in the Otaku Club on some Kamen Rider in the first place. So, I can't blame anybody for taking a while to appreciate Garo as a series. Huh?
Yeah, Ravenscroft.
They don't even know who.
Don't reveal the secret character.
You're on the character select screen and your fucking cursor goes off and then your little cousin's like, what the fuck?
You show him the secret character and then suddenly the secret character just can't be played anymore. Alright. Let's back out of good news and move into movie news? Movie and streaming service news.
This is good news. I believe in it.
Alright, well, HBO Max is going to be adding some classic Cartoon Network shows, which is, I worry how little of those Cartoon Network shows from the past are going to be left alone, though.
I see what you mean. I don't know, I haven't heard of them getting edited so far.
I mean, I don't really think that they're going to they're not going to announce that stuff's going to get edited, but you got to think about it. There is so much stuff in like old Cartoon Network stuff, like Billy and Mandy, or I don't know, Billy and Mandy, Chowder. I don't know which other ones. I'm pretty sure that there's other ones that
Billy and Mandy.
I know which one for sure.
Flapjack. If anything needs to be censored, it's fucking Flapjack. That show was disturbing.
No. I just remembered. Do you remember Count Spank-A-Lot?
Yes.
Yeah. Don't think that's going to fly.
Yeah, well.
Fuck that. If it's not good enough to be shown, then don't show it, bro.
It's not going to be
I don't want the shows that I like growing up as a kid.
That it's going to go on, no censorship.
You really have a lot of faith in these niggas' artistic integrity.
I haven't heard of anything. You know what I have heard of? On Disney Plus, I've heard of them like editing the Star Wars movies.
Really?
Yes. There's
with what?
Okay, so have you ever watched the original episode 4?
Do you mean the pre-George Lucas or post-George Lucas
either one
edition?
Because either one, it doesn't matter.
I've seen the post George Lucas stuff. I don't think I've ever seen the pre George Lucas stuff.
Okay, so even in the post George Lucas stuff, right? There's the scene where they first rescue Leia, and you can see Carrie Fisher's nipples through her shirt, which is yeah. And so
I know about that.
In the Disney Plus version, they just like clumsily edited that out, and it's just like, what the fuck? Weird. You bring more attention to her chest by the edit they did because it was like super clumsy.
Yeah, like I said, I've seen I don't know if I've seen that exact scene, but I've definitely seen something about that once or twice.
Yeah. So if it was on Disney, then That's when you go. Like, Proud Family coming to Disney Plus, that's something you gotta, like, I wonder how pro-black this is really gonna be anymore.
I mean, Proud Family was always very, it was always very, like...
It teetered the line.
Yeah, I don't ever feel... Like, I think about it and, like, maybe I'm just not remembering. Because I've never seen every single episode of Proud Family. But I always felt like Proud Family was one of those shows where it was like, the characters are black. You know they're black. They do things that are very clearly, like, indicative of black culture. And it's not... And it's very much like, oh yeah, they're black. But I don't feel like it was ever, like... I don't feel like there was ever, like, a moment where they were like, oh man, all these... No, there definitely was. No, what am I talking about? I completely forgot, because it was around Martin Luther King Day that they actually very openly were like, Penny was like, oh yeah, well, me and Zoe, we wouldn't even be friends in, like, the past.
And I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all.
But it never felt, like, consistently overt, you know? It never felt like it was something that was, like, in every single episode.
And that's a good thing,
well,
because being black isn't, like... Just existing as a black person doesn't mean that every day you wake up and you're like, I'm black!
They're gonna definitely change that with the new version. Let me warn you on that now. They're definitely gonna play that shit up to the fucking moon.
Oscar Proud he makes a new invention. The police thinks it's a gun.
No! Just shoot Oscar when he's coming out of his house?
No.
Oh, chill. Don't even give Disney fucking ideas like that. They listen to everything. They've got fucking Disney ninjas everywhere.
I'm sure that they have more than enough people who write that sort of shit, think about that sort of shit all day long, and they're fucking just
cracking their knuckles.
Oh,
yeah. Like I said, you can't be doing that. Between them and the Nintendo ninjas, like, you say anything bad about either of those companies, or you start doing shit, you never know, man. They might be around the fucking corner on you.
Yeah, so, you know how, Etika would always talk about, the Nintendo ninjas gonna give me the Nintendo ninjas. I don't know how he knew it, but apparently they are real. Like, Nintendo sends people to, like, fucking intimidate people who are, like, copyrighted, or, like, yeah, who violate their copyright and stuff. And that's just, like, that's the funniest thing. And then you remember, like, oh, yeah, Nintendo's, like, fucking 125 years old. They probably have Yakuza ties, but, like, super secret Yakuza ties, and not, like, the super overt ones that Konami and shit has. Like, super fucking,
yeah.
Fucking Miyamoto probably has a dragon tattoo on his back, bro.
Nah, dude, Nintendo's not a small company.
No, they make billions. Like, they could lose all money for a year on every game they come up with, and they would still fucking just keep trotting along, dude.
Because everyone thinks about Nintendo when we, as Americans, first heard of Nintendo, as in, oh, it's a Japanese company coming over here to make video games, and everyone associates, like, oh, Nintendo, oh, Shigeru Miyamoto, Iwata, Reggie. And you don't think about the fact that there are some fucking, like, Evangelion level fucking nerve, big, black monoliths standing back there, faceless beings that are controlling Nintendo, who you will never hear about, you will never know, and when they die, they will be replaced instantly. As if nothing happened.
Oh, God.
Bro, I'm gonna be real with you, dog.
Yes?
If you letting, like, a little, like, alright, first of all, you should not be breaking people's copyright. Yeah, whatever, nigga. But if you are, and you let a fucking little pencil-thin fucking lawyer just saunter up to your fucking door. Did you read the thread?
Hold on.
No, I don't read it,
Let me open this shit up. Because
definitely.
It's not little lawyers, bro.
It's fucking... They call them Nintendo ninjas, but it's more like Nintendo... It's Hawkwing. It's less like Nintendo ninjas, and it might as well be Nintendo weightlifters. Like, these motherfuckers are sitting there breaking... fucking... breaking GameCubes with their bare hands.
That is corny. That is corny,
I'm
bro.
gonna post an image in the Discord.
Bro.
Somebody took a picture of the Nintendo Ninjas like inside their house.
What you mean inside their house? Nah,
they
bro.
let them in.
Dead ass? Nah, fuck that. Dead ass, you come to my door with some shit like that, bro. The whole squad gonna have something to say to you, bro. You gonna
like there's 3 of them. It's like it's not one dude. It's like they come in groups. They're basically the
G-men.
Hey, I've heard there's some bad things going on in this neighborhood, so maybe you should pay us so that bad things don't happen to you. We can
just some guy coming up. It's like, hey man, you don't seem to have any 1-ups in here. It'd be a real shame if Bowser came and fucking burned down your house.
And then Doug Bowser comes in.
So
he just comes in with a flamethrower.
I don't get it, bro. First of all, why would you let these bitch ass niggas in your house?
It's Japanese people. It's courtesy. They're like vampires.
I know.
They just walk in as soon as you open the door.
Bro, that don't fly with me, dog.
Just like, really Yuichiro-san, I don't think that you should come in. And then he's like, do you really? Excuse me.
Bro, how come things like this don't happen to me, bro? How come I can't get put in these situations to act a fool, bro? Man, I'm letting you know.
Step 1, move to Japan. Step 2, start announcing that you're gonna homebrew the Switch. Step 3, post a picture of yourself.
Step 5, die in a grease fire made by Hachimo.
No.
Stop name dropping, bro. I'm gonna beat the dog shit out if you do that shit again, bro.
Oh my gosh, I can't fucking name people. Get out of here.
Get out of here.
It's literally people who exist. Can I not talk about people who exist?
VTubers don't exist to go.
You say that to Gunso's face.
Don't name drop our mascot.
The mascot is a secret character as well.
Just keep going past Raven. Gunso.
You should not be revealing the secret characters this early, okay?
Okay.
More movie news. Demon Slayer. What is the name of the train movie?
I think it's like
Infinity
Mugen
Train.
no. Yes.
For somehow has become the #1 movie in Japan of all time, surpassing Spirited Away.
Dude, the fucking Demon Slayer hype train is on fucking fire. It's heading into the sun.
I can't imagine the mangaka of Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba. Just one day, it's just like, you're gonna get an anime done in my series? Wow, that's great. And they're like, yeah, guess who we got on it? I don't know, like maybe somebody small, like A1? Or not small, like maybe somebody cheap, like A1?
Yeah.
No, we have UFO table. Taxes breaker, Kun.
Just the tax man is like, you mean to tell me that they're working on it? He goes to the office. He's just like, can somebody pay this? And then people just look up at him and just get back to work. just fucking get back to work. Just like, don't even pay attention to this man.
Really, honestly, Demon Slayer is like, I've never seen anything else become this popular. Purely
Dude, this
because
is a
of
fucking
the
meteoric. This is a meteoric rise.
Yeah.
Like, I've never. Yeah, like, I can't think of anything that has gotten this popular. Like, this is honestly some fucking Naruto appearing in America for the first time thing. Like, on syndicated television.
But on crack, like, super accelerated. Like, it took Naruto 10 years. It took One Piece 25 years. It took Dragon Ball Z 30 years. Kimetsu no Yaiba 2.5? What the fuck?
Like, yeah, it's overthrown fucking Spirited Away. Like, people I know in Japan, when I went over there, like, that was what they were using as, like, a barometer to see if I really, like, knew what was, like, I knew anime and stuff. They were asking, like, oh, do you know about Spirited Away? And I'm like, yeah, it's, like, the biggest Japanese animated movie in America.
Not anymore.
I mean,
This
well,
might be
it's
a
still
hot take, bro.
number one in America, but I don't
guess.
like in Japan.
Well,
This is
you know-
it's fucking amazing.
Infinity
This
Train
might be-
hasn't been released in America yet, so
I doubt. I don't think Kimetsu no Yaiba is ever gonna overthrow what's currently the number. Well, not the number one, but
you're
like,
setting up a death flag for Spirited Away right now.
No, I'm not talking
I
about
don't-
Spirited Away. I don't think it's ever
Okay.
gonna overthrow Hero Academia as like America's current number one anime.
It
I don't
honestly
think
should.
I don't think Demon Slayer is that good, bro. I think it's alright.
I think Demon
I think
Slayer is
the
infinitely
animation-
better than My Hero Academia.
Well, that goes without saying. Alright? That completely goes without saying. That Demon Slayer is better than My Hero. My Hero is dog shit. I wipe my ass with fucking pages from My Hero, okay? It's a trash series. But Demon Slayer ain't that good, bro. I do not think that it is like some revolutionary, life-changing
It's really
story.
it's really
The
not.
animation is just really good.
Like
That's
among everyone in here, I probably like Demon Slayer the most, and I agree with them.
Yeah, it's like a decent 7 or 8, right? But
Yeah.
that's
Like
just where
we all agree. Like we all agree, Demon Slayer wasn't even the best anime to come out that year.
right.
Like that was Vinland Saga without question.
Yeah. Well, for me, it was. Wait, what year was it? 2018 or 19?
19.
Yeah, okay.
19, right, Hawk?
I couldn't tell you. Probably 19.
But yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. That movie does cover one of the better arcs from the manga. For whatever.
I'm looking forward to it just because I'm more interested in seeing what comes out of Demon Slayer. Like I said, I'm positive on Demon Slayer. I have been for a while. I think it's cool. I like the characters. I don't know. I don't think that it's going to be that.
Yeah.
All right. Next topic is, of course, the Dungeon Fighter online game? Question mark? Why?
Why? Because
Why?
Well, Dungeon Fighter Online is very popular. dude.
Is it?
Like,
it's because Arxis just likes making games out of shit that nobody's heard of outside of Japan.
no,
It's very popular in Japan, just like Granblue was.
It was pretty popular in America a while back.
I don't know about that. I don't know what your idea of popularity is. Like,
I know a lot of people was playing it when I tried to play
yeah,
it.
when it was free. Well, it's a free-to-play game, but
I remember, it's
I don't think it had like the longevity.
now just because.
Yeah, they dropped a trailer for it, and I guess of course, it looks like any of the other games that Guilty Gear Team Red, or not Guilty Gear, Arc System Works Team Red puts out, which has the Guilty Gear XR treatment. So like Guilty Gear, obviously, Granblue, Dragon Ball, and now Dungeon Fighter. It obviously looks really good, and the gameplay looks pretty interesting. Like,
Bro, don't even talk about the gameplay. It was like a 5-second.
no,
trailer,
it was
dog.
long enough because they have that mechanic from Dungeon Fighter Online where you cancel specials into specials. You remember that? That mechanic seems to be in the game from the trailer, and the only other games I can think of that do that are like Street Fighter EX or like Fighting EX Later.
What about King of Fighters?
That's not really canceling specials into specials. That's canceling supers into supers into supers. Yeah. What King of Fighters is that you do
when you're in max mode, you
do a special, then you cancel into whatever that name of that move, and then you do another special, and then you loop the special. You're not canceling; you're just linking by looping it, and then you do a super, and then you cancel your super into a super. You're not directly canceling any specials into specials, and that's what was unique about Street Fighter EX and like Fighting EX Later.
Something about that ain't right.
No, I know what I'm talking about.
I was more with the idea of like Dungeon Fighter. I remember it being really popular like years and years ago. I actually went to a convention here, and it was all over like the bags and stuff. But I feel like, and Hawkeye's is probably going to be the only one who gets this, I feel like it died around the same time as Cosmic Break.
Nah, Cosmic Break was like, it died late. Well, Cosmic Break was on like fucking life support until like last 2020, like mid 2020.
Well, I can just it died before that. You guys were just giving it like, you were letting the IV drip into it. But I feel like games like that just come and go with popularity because they're free. Like Elsword had a moment of popularity as well. Fell off.
There's not much. Ultimately, though, there's not much information on the game right now, so we can't really give a proper.
One thing about it is that first they have Aiding credited as working on it, and if you don't know who Aiding is, they're the ones who made Naruto Clash of Ninja series. I think they made the Fate fighting game, and they made Tatsunoko vs. Capcom and Marvel vs. Capcom 3. So maybe this will be like weird and legit. Who knows?
I mean, I like the. I know a lot of people don't. I like the Clash of Ninja games, and I like that Fate fighting game. So I don't know. Maybe it'll be like a fun, weird, juggly fighting game instead of like an ArcSys 2D fighter. I don't know.
Maybe something like it. Yeah, something more typical to the ArcSys style, right? As opposed to Grand Blue. And by the way, you guys should check out the New Year's Eve stream that me and Akuma did, where we discovered that that game ain't for everybody.
Yeah, you can just watch me fucking slowly descend into madness. As I fucking am like, I want to play this game so bad, but I can't. You just watch me fucking suffer.
Suffrage.
Speaking of suffering, speaking of descending into madness, speaking of torment, y'all YouTube niggas, y'all too much, bro.
What do you mean by this?
Y'all really, you already know what I mean, bro. That Minecraft nigga.
Oh, Dream? Yeah.
Dream?
So, originally, I didn't want to talk about Dream, because the last thing, when we were going to record this podcast the other day, the only thing about it was, like, Dream has some, like, creepy fucking fans / haters who were just, like, drawing, like, torture porn of him, or, like, freaking out because he did a fake face reveal in the YouTube Rewind or whatever. But come today, turns out these motherfuckers did a super dox on this nigga. And I'm not talking about, like, oh, they got a picture of him, or they know where he lives. Bro, what the hold on. Let me just read out what... I'm not gonna obviously reveal any of the docs, but I'm just gonna reveal what happened to him, or what allegedly happened.
Well, I remember they said they had like his family.
It has his full name, both his sister's and his brother's name, what school they go to, what degree his older sister has in college, both of his parents' name, their jobs, their car license plate, car models, email addresses, phone numbers, house deed, mortgage releases, tax papers, social security numbers, driver's license IDs, bank balance, the schools they went to, and what year they registered to vote. First of all, how?
I have to assume, like, I want to assume, I don't have to assume, but I want to assume that this can't be real, like...
if it's, yeah, that's the thing you have to, like, if it's real, how did they get all this information at once? And if it's not real, then obviously, it's still bad because that's somebody's information that's being circulated. So either way,
but I get why people are a little weird about this. Apparently, like, somebody did the math, and in order for Dream to have gotten whatever kind of weird thing,
impossible. Like, everybody's gone through it at this point.
Yeah, there's it's like some legitimately ridiculous and impossible odds, like somewhere with it's like 1 in 300 billion or some shit like that.
I mean, regardless, well, first of all, you already know speedrunning niggas, they got something wrong with them. I'm talking about, like, the speedrunning community at large. They got, like, brain disease or something, you know what I'm saying? But Dream, I don't even know you, bro. I don't know nothing about you.
He rose
but
to
I know
prominence like last year, like in a couple months.
what you need to do. You need to get some deadbolts, put them on your door. You need to get you some motion detecting lights. Go down, take your ass to the gun store, get you a pistol, bro. Learn how to use it. Get you some. You need to protect yourself, bro. You need to, cause these niggas out here, they might show up at your doorstep.
Bro, at this point,
you need to do what you gotta
that's
do.
outdated.
You need to go
advice.
let your family know. You gotta let your family know, bro. You gotta let your family know that these little crazy ass niggas.
At this point, he needs to move. He needs to hire security. And he needs
here's
to
the
change
thing,
everything.
right? Hang on, here's the actual thing. There is no proof that this guy knows this stuff. He could literally just be posting this, and that's all he wants. He wants Dream to fucking drop into some kind of fucking fever state and be terrified and live in fucking fear for the rest of his life. Like, there's no proof that he has this stuff, and if he does have this stuff, then that's bad. But if he doesn't, then all he wants out of this is to get a reaction from Dream. That's what people need to understand when people are saying, like, I've doxed this person. Unfortunately, here's one thing people need to understand. And this is going to sound kind of fucked up. Doxing people is not that hard.
No,
especially if you are a public figure. You want that stuff offline? You know what you have to do? You have to contact people in order to get it taken offline. Unfortunately, that's just how it is. So if Dream wants to be safe, number one, whoever the fuck is out there, and you're fucking making a big deal of a fucking Minecraft speedrun, reconsider your fucking life.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
No,
you can make a big deal out of it. No, listen. Follow me. Come with me on the journey, right? If you are passionate about speedruns, right, and I don't understand it, I don't like speedruns, I think that shit's corny, but if you are somebody who's really passionate about it, and somebody cheats on a speedrun, you can call them out, you can call them a bitch, you can call them a cuck, you can call them a piece of shit, whatever, bro. Talk shit to them, call them a hoe, but you don't dox people. You don't draw this gay-ass torture porn at people, bro. That shit's weird. It's gross. And it's fucking, like, come on, bro. Some people would consider it a threat, I think that you should probably not play stupid games if you don't want to win a stupid prize. Alright? It's a line that has clearly been crossed. Dream, you need to strap up, bro.
Get security.
You gotta let your family know. Can he afford security 24/7?
Yes.
I'm saying, bro, you are the last line of defense for yourself. Strap up, my nigga.
Move away.
Because these niggas have proven that they crazy,
the thing you're
my
not
nigga.
even considering is that it's not like, somebody says they're going to come to your house and kill you. No, the thing that happens with public figures, especially on the internet, when they get doxxed, is they get swatted. You can't fuck around with the police; they'll just kill you. So,
yeah, they'll kill you and then they'll get away with it.
Stop eating my ice cream! What are you doing in my house?
Anyway, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. Don't let these bitch ass niggas fucking make you all scared and shit. You a grown ass man. You do what you gotta do.
There was one more thing.
You want to hit this last one, or you want to call it?
Let's do this one last thing. So, Sony decided, the Uncharted movie they're coming out with, starring Hakaiser's favorite character or favorite actor, Tom Holland, as young Nathan Drake. They apparently decided, you know what? Let's make a bunch more movies with our famous franchises. So. That's something to be on the lookout for Sony Pictures, like specifically like PlayStation Productions or something like that. In the vein of the Uncharted movie, they're making 3 movies and 7 TV shows based on their PlayStation games. So What PlayStation game would you like to see a movie or a show about?
Leave it down in the comments below.
Well, I'm asking y'all to first.
Tell you there ain't shit from me.
I'm asking y'all to first.
I do not like video game movies.
What about TV shows?
I don't want any of them to be made. None, bro. Come on. I don't want to see no fucking live action shit of video games. I don't want to see no fucking...
They're not necessarily saying it's live action. Like, what if they made, like, a mini-series anime like Capcom did with Dragon's Dogma or Konami did with Castlevania?
Okay, hang on. If they were to do an animated one, I would like to see maybe God of War.
God of War?
I mean, I think, like, that's the only one offhand that I could even think that I would, like, want to see, because it's like, I don't want to fucking see Horizon Zero Dawn. Horizon Zero Dawn, I bounce off of so fucking hard. That thing is, like, negative interest from me. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, they've done a Ratchet and Clank movie, and it was kind of mid, but it looked really good. Maybe they could do a Jak and Daxter movie.
Yeah, but they would have to acknowledge that Jak and Daxter exists, remember?
Yeah, you're right. They could make a Last of Us 1 movie and then just call it...
I don't care about Last of Us Beyond Joel. I'm sorry to say this, I don't care about Last of Us Beyond Joel anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe... No, I can't think of anything. Can we just go by PlayStation All-Stars?
An Infamous, like, a mini-series, like an Infamous animated series would be pretty interesting.
Didn't they have something like that?
They had a motion comic.
Right. Okay, yeah, the little motion comic. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Like, there's nothing offhand I can think of. Like, that's sad, I know, but there's nothing that just comes to mind where I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely
Sony
want this
picture
to be a movie. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Killzone? Killzone 1 has a pretty interesting twist that would work in a movie, I feel.
Yeah, but Killzone is, like, essentially dead now, though, right? They haven't had a game since PS3?
They had a PS4 game. It was a launch title.
Really?
Yeah. It didn't do too well because nobody cared about the franchise. But I feel like that would be a perfect time to reintroduce it as like a movie.
Yeah, maybe.
Hey, you guys remember The Order 1886?
You mean that game that they charged full fucking price for a fucking 20-minute game?
That's a movie, bro. It's not even a game.
It's a QuickTime event. It's not even a movie.
Alright. That's enough of this. I'm fucking done. You guys got anything else you want to say for the end of the day?
No. My New Year's resolution this year is to just be more real with people, more honest, more straight to the point. Cut back on sugar. That's it. What about you guys?
Mine is to get back to seriously studying Japanese and to get into better shape.
Do you have any New Year's resolutions, Kaiser?
Yeah, to make it to the next year. You already know.
No Game Plus.
All right.
We'll call it a cast. Let's see you guys in the next one.
Goodbye, everyone. を待